Round of 32.
It's my turn now.
(2019) Mountain Dew GSL Season 2. Codex Renaissance.
Welcome back to the GSL Codes. Very exciting stuff. We had Special 2-0 SOS. Look, if Special could beat SOS, I think he can beat anybody. I think he's got a real shot of getting out of this group. But now we're going to move on to RagnaroK versus TY. TY, of course, one of the greatest Terrans of all time. You were mentioning earlier, Artosis RagnaroK, very dominant on the ladder lately. But RagnaroK is not exactly a guy we think of as, necessarily a round of 16 or round of 8 GSL player. He's good, but I don't know.
Is he good enough?
Is he good enough is the question. I guess that's why we have these tournaments, huh? I guess at the end of the day, we're trying to get to the bottom of who's the best at StarCraft right now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's going to end up being RagnaroK, but he definitely has a shot in this group. I think TY is a bit of a match for anyone, really. He's the guy who really most challenged Maru, even, during his reign of terror. So, I feel like, just looking at this season in general, as long as TY is feeling good in TBP, this is a season that maybe he can make it all the way again. He's been to the finals a couple times, hasn't gotten his championship yet. But I think someone like RagnaroK in the round of 32 is unlikely to stop this man.
TY, too, if he wins here, he'll be going up against Special. These two guys, really good friends. They've trained together for a long time.
Yeah.
So they must know each other's play styles very well. So
they hit each other a lot in tournaments, by the way. A lot of times they're in the same group or on the same side of a bracket or something.
Okay, we're going to start this off on Kairos Junction here. Again, TY definitely someone who's outclassed RagnaroK, at least historically in tournament results, but we've had so many upsets this season in GSL, I think anything is possible. Let's see what RagnaroK's got. Okay, our game's finally loaded up. Sorry guys, my timing's off. Let's go to game one, RagnaroK versus TY.
Storm Gaming, RagnaroK. Splice, TY.
Yeah, so I want to see what TY wants to bring to this matchup right now. I'm having a feeling that we're likely to see things like battle cruisers out of him or mech out of him.
Damn, that is sick.
Yeah, that's
Look
a pretty
at that.
good
That's
drawing.
really good.
It looks just like RagnaroK.
Yeah, we have seen that battle cruiser rush used quite a bit here, but I feel like if we see that trend continue, it would be pretty logical to then have Zerg start to try to do these timing attacks that just end the game before the battle cruisers really come into play.
And I think that specifically RagnaroK is a little bit aggressive, on the aggressive side, so maybe he's not as good a player to do it against. But TY is definitely one of the better at that. Just met TY in the subway. Happiest man alive. Excellent. Congratulations.
Glad your dreams came true.
Yeah. This is where you find out that everyone involved in the esports scene is just a normal human out here, and we all take the subway to work.
That's right. You probably thought we land on the top of the building with helicopters, but no. Now, factory coming down here, so we still have the tech from the Terran. I don't know if we're going to have the BCs this time around or not, but something to watch for.
I'm unsure.
We've also...
the thing is, I really want to see it from TY because he's the most practiced with BCs out of everybody. He's
very true.
Again, I've mentioned it a few times, like back when Nathanius started. Oh, I love that lift to kill that. Obviously, it's going to slow down getting a reaction, but killing the Overlord's nice. But yeah, back, like, Nathanius started using BCs a lot, right? And then it was kind of funny. I do have to mention because I think he was like the first guy that was really using a lot of BC builds.
Here's the funny thing too.
And
He tweeted at me. He's actually getting on an airplane right now, so he can't hear us say this, Artosis.
That's good.
That's good. I don't want him to know that
his head doesn't need to get any bigger than it already is.
That megalomaniac needs to be stopped.
Yeah. But yeah, TY like actually had an account and was like playing massively at that time with the BCs.
Yeah.
In like TVP and stuff on the ladder. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just it's especially with like how he's a very strategic player and a very tactical player. That's the type of player I really want to see utilize strategies like that. Well, we don't know what's going on quite yet. I don't think it's going to be like a BC build. But
we can hold out some hope for it.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, too, players.
Oh, it is!
Oh, wow.
Excellent. I'm so happy.
You know, one thing is that, players are so, like TY especially, who a lot of times when they're in tournaments, they're not there to try to advance each round at a time. They're actually there to try to win the whole thing. Sometimes they'll be pocketing their best strategies for players later on in the tournament, you know.
Yeah, well, I think that a build like this doesn't give too much away because you can change it up a lot. It's like not ever going to be your complete standard opener. Again, this is something that we talked about a little bit, maybe at the beginning of the season or last season or something when we were seeing some BC rushes where, like, oh my God.
Are you serious?
Oh my God, how does that happen? How does that happen?
The top of the Hellion didn't turn fast enough to get the last shot off.
Jeez.
Okay, so
well, now if you know
knows.
it's coming, let's see. If he can't stop this knowing it's coming, there's something wrong. A Baneling nest. Do Banelings hit BCs?
No, only if you have a special ramp. Baneling's got to roll up the ramp.
Yeah.
You got to get this half pipe.
Man, I can't believe you let that in. Anyways, the BC is being made.
Remember in Heart of the Swarm in the single player where the Banelings, you could get them so they'd hop up ledges?
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a silly one.
Yeah, they got to put that in multiplayer. Or just make it so Banelings can fly. And crash onto the ground like Broodlings.
Oh, that would be amazing too, wouldn't it? You could finally kill all the SCVs easily. Okay, so he's going into bio behind this very quickly. Nidus coming up. Okay.
So this is something I was talking about is that, Nidus play is quite good against, players, specifically with the BCs. You got to remember, the BCs are strong, but you don't have a lot of them out right away. You'll have one or two, and they obviously can't be everywhere. So in this case, this one's over here. If you Nidus inside their main, what is really going to defend that?
Well, he is going bio units. It's kind of interesting because you got a Baneling nest. A lot of times you surround. Oh, wow, look at that. Hits with the Hellions at the third at the same time. This BC doing great work. I was thinking that maybe he'll just pop Banelings out first to kill the SCVs that generally attack on Nidus that's morphing in, but yeah, I don't know. The BC is doing so much at the moment.
Okay, can he actually take this Nidus out in time? Meanwhile, these SCVs have to repair this right away. A second Nidus is about to be made over there in the natural.
Okay, just gonna, oh my God.
Oh my God, the upper right one, oh!
Oh, looks like he's gonna hold on to this for now. There's gonna be a lot coming out of there. Okay, the Hellions come to help. The BC is on its way home as well.
Okay, the Queens are going to pop out here. Transfuses go down to heal that Nidus.
Siege on the high ground is going to make this a little bit more difficult, though.
Lings over here did so much damage and took out all those Hellions. This is so many Queens here on the low ground.
But look at this. He doesn't let the vision occur, so you can't hit the Siege until you open another Nidus and run in your Lings.
That was sick. Okay, I think RagnaroK might take this one.
But he's repairing that BC. That BC is putting out a lot of damage right now. It's up to 20 kills.
Highlander BC here. 20 SCVs have been picked off. Stim is done, but there's no Marines in this game.
So wait a minute. Can a BC kill an entire Zerg army and all of its drones? So it beams over, kills all the drones, walks back across the map, doesn't even fly, walks back.
I thought it was over when it was just a BC left.
And then he jumps back. He's like, you know what? I got more damage to do. I'm at 26 kills.
Well, this is probably how much damage a battlecruiser is supposed to do if we're going to be realistic, you know?
These things are like flying cities.
You do go through the entire campaign inside of a battlecruiser. It looks like there's a lot of people in there. The idea that this wouldn't be able to destroy everything.
Oh, that is the worst.
In fact, how would
position
humans ever lose to alien bugs to begin with, Artosis? I mean, seriously?
No, it would never actually happen.
It would never actually happen. We would just kill them like they were, like, I don't know, dinosaurs or anything.
We'd use raid and like those big lamps that mosquitoes go to and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Bugs are dumb.
Yeah, this is...
Look at this, 39 kills, 40 kills. My God. Now the BC's like, well, I guess I'll go get repaired because I have a bad hold position.
I've got as much kill as RagnaroK has supplies right now.
Wow.
Okay.
Battle Cruiser.
Okay.
It's pretty good. That was just like kind of funny. It gets scouted immediately, right?
Yeah.
It jumps over. It just casually builds, right? Jumps over, kills a ton of stuff, flies back, holds the push by itself, jumps back, ends the game.
You know the thing.
You know what?
You know what I noticed in that last game, Artosis?
Yeah.
You know what I really liked about TY's play?
What?
Was that battle cruiser back there?
You know what?
You know what?
No,
When
no,
I go
I
back
like
at
that. I like that.
Yeah, it's
I'm afraid right now. This
he
is
takes those battle cruisers and he's able to just, you know, kill all the economy and then stop the all-in and then go back and kill the rest of the economy.
Can I make a prediction about the state of the battle cruiser?
Go ahead.
Blizzard will nerf the battle cruiser before Warcraft 3 Reforged comes out.
That's right.
Because otherwise, why would you switch that game when the best hero is a
The
unit
battle
in
cruiser,
StarCraft 2?
A flying hero.
A flying hero. Warcraft 3 doesn't have that. Who's going to play that game? Just Todd. Okay?
That's right. Todd will show up in this game and just say, is there any Keeper of the Grove in this game? And we'll say, no, Todd, it's okay. You're safe here. I'm back. I usually try not to call games as one too early, but I thought when he had just the battle cruiser
Gaming.
and
RagnaroK.
everything else was there. There was a Nidus in the main and Nidus and
no.
natural Queens. I thought, okay, well, I mean, you know.
You know how I knew he won the game? Is all the SCVs were repairing the battle cruiser.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to kill that?
Splice. TY.
Well,
They have to make the battle cruiser a biological unit, but then Medivacs can heal it, and then you have a whole other set of problems.
Imagine if it was one of those situations. You have Medivacs all around it and SCVs. The Medivacs drop SCVs out to repair it at the same time.
Yeah. Really, I can't believe, because strategically I thought everything RagnaroK did was very sound.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know, once he got, oh, thanks for coming down.
Yo. Yeah, we'll see you after the show.
We can do picks, too. If you guys want picks after the show, there's a door with a bunch of trash cans by it. That's where we're leaving. So meet us by the trash cans, guys. That's how we find out how much you guys actually like us. You have to wait by stinky trash cans.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, thank you for coming down. We love you guys. So do you just go battle cruisers again if you're TY? Do you just milk this unit for everything it is worth?
We don't even know what it's worth yet. That battle cruiser could have killed more. He didn't even get Yamato Cannon.
That's true.
Okay? TY was playing nice that game. He's saving Yamato Cannon for Dark.
Wow. Command center.
It's not Yamato Artosis.
Shut
Tomato.
up. Don't at me.
Tomato, Yamato. All right. Now, I don't know what's going to be required of TY. The way that game looked, I mean, that was just sad for Zerg. I think every Zerg player felt a little bit bad.
Okay, we have a lot of kind of jokes and ribbing on the BC from that game because it was so hilarious. But
yes.
That's clearly not what you're supposed to do against it.
Yeah, the Nidus with Queens and Lings apparently doesn't cut it.
The fact that he knew it was coming and then it jumped over and killed all his drones, it's like, well, you weren't ready and you knew it was coming.
What was the game we casted? We've casted so much this week, guys. But there was one game, I can't remember who played it, though, where the Zerg did go for Nidus and did kill the BC player. And I think it was with Ravager Tech?
Maybe it was Dark or something? I'm not sure.
Can't remember now.
I don't know.
Yeah,
There's only 3 Zergs that have won games, really, so we should be able to figure this one out.
We don't know if that Zerg is actually out of the group either, Toast.
Yeah,
you win one
true.
of those games, it doesn't mean you're already out.
That's true, that's true.
So Hellions again.
Ooh. You can't scout Starport if it's over there.
That's right.
No, this is going to be for a medevac, though. It's pretty clear. Hellion drop going to income. Yeah, nothing else too crazy going on.
TY switching it up a little bit here.
You know, a proxy battlecruiser would be pretty funny. There's like not really a point because it can jump across the map instantly. And
yeah, and then you know,
TY
every time it
is
spawns
such
out, it can't also protect your main.
TY is such a good battlecruiser user too, Tasteless. He's so in charge of the battlecruisers that when he tells them a tactical jump, they ask how tactically high.
Oh, that's good. Well, there's a little blind spot inside the main. You could unload these Hellions here.
Yeah, that's a
Let's
big
see
blind spot.
RagnaroK perhaps still tilted
Look at that.
from
He
that.
sacks the Hellion to get the
Reaper?
Lings over
Yeah.
there. Yeah, the Reaper. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not a battlecruiser. I don't know its
Battlecruiser or
name.
whatever.
No,
Well, not far these battlecruisers will try to kill all the battlecruisers that are mining, so.
Yeah. Look at this. Dropping out. Roasting some of these Zerglings. 12 drone kills already. 12. And he's going BCs as well. I love it. And the Overlord sees it. That's how you know that the battlecruiser's going to win. RagnaroK right now, he's getting red in the face. He's like, uh-oh, it's coming again. He's like, I better build a
Seriously?
Baneling nest again against a BC.
Okay, we have the Hellions continuing to come through here. I don't know what Zerg wants to do. I don't think you're going to see another Nidus here.
I think you are going to see another Nidus.
You really think so? I guess, well, everything else is sizing up to look like that.
Well, like,
So far, this game is, besides the greater advantage that Terran got early on, everything else is pretty similar.
look at this. He's looking for the starport. That would be a great way to stop the battlecruisers,
Sure.
to not let it build. Oh, that is going to happen. But he could get his Hellions over there, maybe. Oh, he finds it. He finds it, Texas.
SCV taking one for the team here.
Yeah, look at this. He's actually bringing his Hellions over to defend it. Oh, look, and he starts
making
cloak.
cloak.
This is so tricky.
Yeah, no, he
It's like,
wants
oh,
to,
it's not a BC.
Banshees.
Yeah.
You can't fool me. I see the animation on the tech lab. Okay. Now he's going to cancel it, right? Yes, he does.
It's like, wow, that's
We
the
find out
longest
that
building
We
Banshee
find
there's
out
ever
that
been.
battle cruisers can cloak. I'm like, did you know about that? I
No.
didn't see that.
I had no idea.
Wow.
Wait until you see its interceptor upgrade.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now, TY is also moving into a very powerful location. Wow, really kind of ready for it this time, pushing it right back, only 2 drone kills. But look, this position that TY is trying to get into right now is amazing. You can siege up, hit the top mineral patches, the gases and all this, and you can't really clear it with Lings well. To stop a move like this, normally you'll see the Zerg push the creep up there a little bit quicker and try to utilize Queenling, but not ready. Just not ready.
And look at this outpost that's being created over here. I mean, you could get this set up. There's a bunker that's going to be done. The Hellions are still there.
Lings just don't break that.
Yeah.
And there's a battlecruiser behind your main base and another one building. This is a thing of nightmares.
Yeah, this is going to be very difficult to deal with. Now, can the tanks target down the Banes?
Oh, wow. I'm surprised there was 0 targeting there.
Yeah.
But then the Banes just hit the siege tank, so
Yeah.
I guess it's okay. Well, it's time for the BC to fly in and get some more damage done since he knows where the queens are. Gonna drop these Hellions into the 3rd base. See how many drones can get killed.
Looks like the medevac's been picked off. Meanwhile, this battlecruiser is still doing enough damage. Oop, what? Oh, okay, over here. The lasers warp in even before the battlecruiser are toast. Did you
really.
see that?
Whoop, should just
Yeah.
work on that technology, just warping in lasers from home.
I know, yeah, you just fire lasers through
like-
where your battlecruiser is, and it, you know.
It's like a god power from Age of Mythology.
Wow.
18 drone kills.
This is Zerg hell. This is
Welcome to it.
when Zergs go to hell. This is what their games look like, guys.
Look at this, into mech from here as well. Gonna fly that starport home, no problem. It's done its job.
Is it at all possible that this is a mistake by TY to have pushed early on and tried to get that little location up there and do that extra damage? Because Zerg did pick it off, and I don't feel like the battlecruisers did way more damage.
I think that TY is fine. There's enough siege tanks out, and he's starting to, get into the Hellions and everything. And if worse comes to worse, he can warp the BCs home, right? So it's pretty hard to attack. The unit comp that RagnaroK is going for, he's actually prepping for bio. So there's no way that he really knows that that mech is the choice here. Well, time to jump.
Okay.
I love it.
I better use my SCVs to repair this thing. Because that tactical jump is something I'm going to want to do again and again and again.
Look at this.
Look at this. I like how we watch him kind of micro and just it's a spore just doing so much damage to it. And he's like, all right.
I thought Phoenixes were silly.
It's in the orange, so I still got another good minute of using this thing before I got to send it back home.
Oh, mutas are out now.
Oh, no.
I don't think it's going to care about that.
Oh, no. All right.
He's going to lose a muta as well. Oh, the transfuse.
Wow. That's going in his highlight reel.
Oh, he didn't have the jump ready.
Oh, wow. Well, I guess that's okay.
Not a lot of anti-air right there. Extending pretty far on a creep. That's a lot of creep tumors. Oh, my God. That's a creep tumor farm.
That's like so many creep tumors. I don't think the scan's going to, it won't even last long enough for them to kill it all. Bailing's coming out now. Very good splitting here by TY. Cyclone enters the mix as well.
We need another scan here for all these tumors. Jeez. Hey, more speed veins coming up. I'm surprised how quickly and how far TY has pushed onto creep here. This is generally not how you want to play, going on to creep that quickly. Maybe you felt like there was some sort of timing here to just get a kill straight up.
Yeah, and Zerg's going to continue to make Mutalisks behind this. So I feel like that was a mistake there by TY. I think if TY had waited and had enough to address the mutas, because Zerg already had an inferior ground army there. It's just the mutas that are allowing him to stay in this. And now the mutas can kill off these cyclones one by one.
Yeah, there's going to be a Thor coming out, so that'll push the mutas back pretty easily, I would say.
I think the Thor needs tactical jump as well, Artosis. What do you think?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
They just need to get that upgrade for all the Terran units.
Well, a tactical jump for Thor would be amazing, and here's why, right? You have a Thor at home against Protoss, and then Protoss throws up all these force fields. It's like, all right, I'm going to win this battle.
Yeah.
And then suddenly a Thor just jumps into the force fields, and they all dissipate.
Yeah.
My God, it's a great idea.
I got something else to add to it. Let's give all the Protoss units the ability to shade.
Ooh!
Immortals, Colossi, everything's...
More action. I love it, Tasteless.
Let's ruin the game for Zergs. Okay, so these mutas doing so much damage, and I got to say, actually, RagnaroK is doing a pretty brilliant job of keeping Terrans back at home while he's continuing to take the entire map.
Yeah, I guess his creep spread is still looking pretty strong here as well.
Yep.
TY is floating that main command center down, though, so going to have another mining base, continuing upgrades. And the Hive has started. Look at how many creep tumors he's making.
He has so many in a location. Look at that. He's going to start making words in there. He's going to start sending messages.
Seriously, someone decode this for me.
Yeah. If I was a giant and I ran my finger across the creep, it could be read as Braille or Tosis. So many creep tumors here.
And what would it say?
Something very offensive. If I was a blind giant and I read that, I'd be like, I cannot believe.
I cannot believe he said this.
He would write that down.
Maybe he's writing out all the code for StarCraft 2 in binary right now on the map and creep tumors. That's realistic, right?
Yeah. Well, things have calmed down a little bit. The mutas kept RagnaroK in the game for longer. I think TY got a little bit trigger happy with his battle cruisers and his attacking units and wasn't really...
He was trying to have too much fun, Tasteless.
Yeah.
That was the problem.
He got a little bit too WWE on the Zerg units, and
Let's go!
Once again, the mutas come in here and do a lot of damage.
Don't worry, the Hellions are coming. They'll take care of this. A couple Vipers on the way. We'll see as RagnaroK gets up into an actual nice unit composition, how TY wants to fight against that with mech. Thought we saw some interesting situations with the Broodlord tech against Pure Mech in the Scarlet vs. Keen series, if you recall, Tasteless. There were some very interesting games there, like the I believe it was the King's Cove game, where we had a couple very one-sided battles on each side.
Now, although the mutas got the Terran, kept the Terran back and allowed the Zerg to grow and flourish on the map, there's actually an answer for the air now. So the mutas can only really be used to harass or combat with the main army. They can't. Mutas alone cannot cut it. And I'm getting worried here because this push is looking pretty scary. Now, the only thing Zerg really has going for him is the huge amount of creep on the map and the fact that Terran wants to be very cautious and not overextend onto that creep because the Zerg might be able to run you over.
Yeah, it is a ridiculous amount. More factories on the way. Look at how many tumors just got queued up. It's crazy. You know, I think part of this is just based off of how many queens were made to try to counter the BCs a little bit. And then the queens didn't really die, so you just have all these queens laying creep tumors all day long. These queens are learning what it's like to be a chicken that lays eggs for its living.
Okay, the baits come in, and it's just not quite enough. The tanks can siege and leapfrog forward. And I'm guessing he's just going to try to take out the lower right base. If he gets rid of that, he can get the base that's even a little bit lower to the bottom center. But there are Broodlords out.
There are Broodlords out. The Thors are here, though, as they say.
As they do say all the time. All the time they are saying that.
They literally do, yeah.
And this is going to be chased away now. Now he's going to siege up, which means maybe it's going to be worthwhile to try to commit here.
Oh, those Thors in. Well, those are going to die very quickly. Uh-oh, not a lot of anti-air left here for TY. Did he bungle this game?
I think he should not have sieged up and tried to hold his ground. That's exactly what the Zerg wanted. And I think RagnaroK might actually be winning this game. Yep, there it is. GG. Where's your battle cruiser god now, TY?
Yeah, look at that. So now I go from thinking that battle cruisers are overpowered. I think they're underpowered. They're cost him the game there. My gosh. What a meme unit.
What a meme unit. I was trying to meme on him, don't you understand?
Yeah. So, tied up 1-1 right now.
How will TY use his battle cruisers in game number 3? Well, we're just going to have to find out.
You know, it would be really strange to have Special versus RagnaroK be the winner's match here, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
With TY and SOS and the losers.
Now, I do want to point out, in all seriousness, I know we're making a lot of jokes here, but honestly, the attack from Terran when he had no anti-air was the problem.
I think the first attack on creep was the problem. He just like walked on creep with all of his units, and there was a great engagement by RagnaroK.
Oh, our game is ready. Game 3 on New Repugnancy, RagnaroK versus TY. The winner faces Special from Mexico in our last day of the round of 32 in the GSL.
Storm Gaming, RagnaroK.
Lots of RagnaroK support here.
Splice, TY.
I hope that it's BC again. I just want to see BC every game.
Like a proper story, this has to come in 3s, okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Like a proper joke, it could come in 3s as well, Artosis. We're going to find out. And after it's all done, we can then sit around with white wine and have a book club party and talk about what the battlecruiser really meant and symbolized to us. I think the battlecruiser represented hope.
So, Tasteless.
Yeah.
I want to know what you are going to do tomorrow when you don't have any StarCraft to cast, and if instead of that you want to come to my house and just recast this.
I was going to say, so we've had 13 days of casting. Well, we had 1 day off in between there, and I'm really upset that I had that 1 day off. So yeah, I say I go to your house and we
just
load up these games. We'll recast them.
We'll just practice.
Okay.
Not
just
for public
ourselves.
consumption. Yeah.
That'll be like our X-Men training chamber, but for casting.
Yes.
You know, just to stay on point and stay sharp. Because the moment that I am not casting a game, I am immediately atrophying as a caster. Those are the rules. Okay.
Got to keep it up. Gosh, I find myself sitting here really hoping that we just see the same stuff over and over for this because it's kind of fresh and new.
Well, I'm still kind of unpacking this in my head, the battlecruiser play. Like we saw in game 1, I thought I was right when it was just the one battlecruiser left and there was an itis in both the main and the natural. I thought, okay, let's call it, And then I'm like, wait a minute. This thing is pretty good. So, I mean, it seems like there's so much potential. And whenever you have a new strategy, to see players get better and better, both at using the strategy and at defending it, that's when it gets more fun. because then we get to see if it's kind of a fluke or just a silly trend that is going to get zoned out as people find some kind of direct counter to it, or if we're actually at the beginnings of something that's going to completely reshape how this matchup operates.
Well, for really high-tech units, if you can do things like rush to them and use them to great effect, and they're really good in the late game, that generally will signal something that will need to be patched. Yeah, like you can't really name any unit that's like that in a healthy RTS game. You know what I mean? Like, it's new and it's fresh, and I think that's why it's strong. If it remains really strong and like we see it every game, that's where, yeah, he's actually doing it again. And if TY's like really using a build a lot, that means quite a bit about what he perceives the build to be. Like, I'm not going to pretend that TY's better than Maru right now, but I don't think that Maru is necessarily just smarter at the game. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think you could have one player, whether it's Maru or TY, identify something that it's too good to not use. I mean, that's the ultimate thing is, you know, in any game you're playing, you're trying to find the optimal way to play the game. You know, and I know that there's always going to be people who will whine about, oh, this player does this or that. Dude, they're here to win the game. There's money on the line, their career's on the line. You're constantly on a quest for exploits, whatever they may be, and then harnessing, mastering, utilizing those exploits in any way you can to get wins. And so we didn't see battle cruisers for a long time. Now we are seeing them rushed to.
Yeah.
And kind of the entire mid-game is centered around using these units and punishing the Zerg with them. And I think it's clear that tactical jump plays a huge part in this because it can actually be in two places at once.
Well, I think that without tactical jump, they become a super trash unit that you would
They're
never
horrible,
see.
yeah.
Garbage in every matchup. Yeah. So the tactical jump is like the deal breaker with the BC.
Once again, we've got a Baneling's Nest coming down. So something's mirroring what's already happened in this series.
Looks quite similar. He's going to bio from here.
Oh, here we go, tactical jump. Now, he could target down these drones. There's not a lot the drones can do.
Yeah. Well, the Wind Spore does not deal the damage quickly enough. Look at that, 6 kills. It's only lost over like 40% of its health on that.
It's funny because the Spore is normally such a deterrent for any air units, but you can see that the battlecruiser can basically glide over this, eating Spore shots, and still kill off so many drones.
You got 11 drones with that BC before.
Also, you know, with that range, it's hard to get the drones away. But here we go. RagnaroK is going to do a Baneling bust.
I think this might have been his initial inclination against this.
I think so.
Now the siege tank, is that actually going to come down?
I don't know if it's going to be in siege mode in time. Okay, he's just now getting it set up. The Banelings are going to come in.
Oh! Very good hit right there. Well,
so
now brings it to the high ground. It's like, yeah, I'm totally safe.
Yeah.
These depots cost about as much as the Banelings I just killed.
Yeah, true.
So double Evo on the way. See, the battlecruiser has come home to be repaired. 11 kills thus far. We'll have BC watch here. Keep you guys updated on how many kills the Mr. BC gets.
What's up, Battlecruiser fans? Welcome to the show. It's Battlecruiser Day here at the GSL. I know some of you guys are down here rocking your Battlecruiser tattoos.
Rightfully so.
Your motto written on your back. I personally am rocking my Yamato stomach tattoo.
Oh, yeah? When I close my eyes, it's on my eyelids. Yam and Otto.
Yeah.
Because I like yams, too, so sometimes I just wink at people, and they're like, oh, yeah, I like sweet potatoes. I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah, I got it written on my knuckles before I counted how many letters it was. And, you know.
Yams and sweet potatoes aren't even in the same family. Did you know that? Get out of here.
He's going to...
Clear and creep with it now. We got some new stuff going on.
Yeah. What else can it do? I feel like this is an infomercial for it. It can even kill overlords. Yeah. Destroy creep tumors. Got a clog sink? Yamato it.
Now you don't have a sink.
You don't
Nothing
have a
clog.
ShamWoW's going out of business. Oh, hold on.
Yeah?
Yep. Never mind.
What am I holding on for?
I don't know.
still trying to clear creep over here.
Uh-oh, look at this.
The BC's here to help.
Heard you needed some backup.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
The BC and the 2 siege tanks. Gross. Okay, it looks like he wants to try to flank this. I don't think he has quite enough. Okay, yeah, the hatchery dies. It's probably for the best. If he tried to flank that, I think he loses the hatch and all the units. 1-1 still on the way. A lot of Lings being produced. Yeah, actually a counterattack could be pretty strong here. A lot of TY's units are over kind of in this nook that no longer has any value. Look at that.
So crazy.
I feel like I'm watching someone that's playing like the campaign or something.
Yeah.
Where TY is like, oh yeah, no, there's a lot wrong with the AI, and these are ways that you really mess it up. Like, look at all these depots around the bunker, and like, you know.
I feel like right now RagnaroK's on the hardest mission in the game, and it's actually TY flying in that battlecruiser.
Yeah.
Okay, here comes some great Link surrounds here.
Yeah,
But
that's.
is this enough?
Well, he
Most
picks
of
up
the army's
a
back
lot
here
of it.
now. RagnaroK's going up to 5 bases compared to the 3 that TY have.
So Muta's flying across the map right now. They actually might catch that medevac. Oh, not quite. TY sees it and unloads, thinking that they'll see it. And that shot actually is what shows RagnaroK. This gives him some time, though, to prepare for those Mutas as well. So they are not going to come in as a surprise. Turret's already on the way.
Okay. So the Mutas have now made it probably impossible for the battlecruisers to do too much more damage. The question is, can these Mutas allow RagnaroK to extend this game to where he can get into the Vipers and the Broodlords, assuming this game is going to look like Game 2, if it's a RagnaroK win? Can he stretch the game to where it needs to be? Because Terran has a very, very sufficient army.
I think this game you might go Ultras before you go for Greater Spire, to be honest, if we get up into that Hive Tech. Since 2-2 melee is on the way, that just seems really good. Plus the creep spread has been pretty phenomenal so far by RagnaroK. So I think that could be a good choice here against a non-mech comp.
Oh my gosh, great control, but this should be too many Lings, right?
Yeah. RagnaroK playing very nicely here.
Well, this might be just justice served today, Artosis.
Maybe.
Because, you know, there's nothing more wrong than going battlecruisers, okay? We know that this is a moral victory here.
Well, I think doing anything with Protoss makes Zergs even matter, so. Oh, the battlecruiser! No. How many kills did you have at the end? We lied to our fans. We didn't get to tell them. Look at that, idle time minus 10 for RagnaroK. Minus over 1,000 for TY. Wow. TY is so lazy. Do you see this idle time? Oh my god. I've always been saying that about TY, how lazy he is, you know?
I think RagnaroK's actually tracked to win this game, Artosis.
Oh, he's looking very good.
TY, I don't think is going to be able to do that much.
I really need to point out, we're sitting here on layer tech. He's going Mutiling Bane, right? So if you have a battle go poorly, you don't have anything to fall back on. Where you just, oh, you're going to remake all that stuff? Is that what you're going to do, Mr. Lingbane Muta?
Dr. Lingbane Muta.
Well, only Doctor until he loses his license by siege tank hits.
I don't think there's... Oh, hold on. Again, more pushes coming here. Terran is low on supply, keep in mind, guys. Terran gets too far on creep and all the Banes connect with his army. Yeah. I don't think that 4th is going to be there for much longer. Oh my god, this is so great.
That's a really good move. Doesn't look like he can quite get it, but I like what the Mutas are doing. They're being active. They're drawing their army back. Look at this. RagnaroK is very much on top of things here.
Okay, the Mutas once again chased away. TY very intent on pushing. There's a lot of Banes, though. When you're going to stay on layer like this for a long time, we're going to have a Hive eventually, but he's been on layer for a long time here.
Oh my
You can make so many Banelings that, I mean, you'll kill the entire army and there's still Banelings left over, which is what we have here.
Better lift that.
Did you just shush me?
No, that was...
Oh, okay. I thought you were like, quiet, quiet, listen to the Banelings.
No. So RagnaroK wins over TY 2-1. 3 battlecruiser strategies. Very interesting. You can see the duck lips coming out of TY, and fittingly so. It felt like he could have done a bit better, but RagnaroK playing well. And we're in reverse world right now. We have SOS and TY in the losers match, and RagnaroK and Special in the winners. I suggest that we let the winner of Special and RagnaroK go to the round of 16, but we eliminate the loser of that.
Okay, that sounds right.
I think that is fair because this is so upside down, and the upsets continue.
We're going to go to a break. When we come back, RagnaroK versus Special. Don't go away.
Watch it go like